Perfect. Well, if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to chime in on questions. I have an entire artwork slideshow of horses. If you guys feel like you want to see anything about partnership with animals,
Do you offer any assistance with animals yet, Jessie? Because it sounds like that would be a wonderful service.
Yeah, so I actually just did my first presentation this week about using NLP as a tool for coaching partnership with people who are pursuing horsemanship. And that's another thing that it pairs so effortlessly with NLP. This desire to be in harmony with another living thing is an extraordinary mirror to us about either the harmony we are experiencing inside of ourselves or potentially the lack thereof, right? So if we approach this magical, magnificent horse and internally we have all kinds of incongruence, which until we become aware of it, you guys, we tend to have some incongruence. We take on these programs and filters, values, beliefs, decisions, emotions when we're very young, before we have the experience that we have now as adults to decide what will serve us best. So I actually did this whole talk about how when you come upon a problem in the partnership with your horse, it is the moment of empowerment. It is the moment of opportunity where you can say, here I am, now I have the capability to make a decision about who and how I want to be in partnership with this horse. And it almost always reflects something back to us inside of ourselves that we want to realign better with what we're trying to do with our horse, but that also transfers to all of life. So it's a very powerful mirror to be working with an animal. And anytime we come upon a problem, it is actually, as Martha said earlier today, this is one of my favorite things that I love so much. When you become aware of the problem, the solution is innate in the problem. When you're aware of the problem, you can become aware of the solution. So there's a huge part of that in interacting with animals as well. And I'm sure that this group of very enlightened people also are aware that when an animal mirrors something back to you, then the opportunity is to look within, right? We can't control the animals or people outside of ourselves. What we do have the power to decide about is what's going on inside of ourselves. And that is what is the opportunity. How do we want to reframe this problem into the opportunity that this animal is gifting to us? And I have a horse, you guys, that again, I could talk to you about until the end of the day, who has provided me with opportunities until I was blue in the face to become a better human and partner, more aligned and better in harmony. And sometimes animals and kids mirror to us opportunities that we wouldn't be able to receive other places. So it is such an opportunity when an animal mirrors something to us and we're willing to look within about what we want to do with that. Is that making sense? I know when I get talking about the partnership and the animals that I get a little excitable. But if anybody has questions about any of that, let me know.
I'm assuming some of what you're saying might be transferable to other animals too.
Yes, yeah. I imagine absolutely so. Again, I work with horses. I do have other animals as pets, and I use that with them. The relationship I have with the horses just seems to be kind of exponential. It could be partially because of their size, because the intimacy of a relationship with an animal that you actually put your body on top of to ride and do things together seems to magnify it for me a little bit. But I would agree absolutely that all of these components and variables would be helpful and really magical in showing opportunities with communication and partnership with other animals as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jessie. This was super.
Yeah,
on multiple levels. It was multidimensional, which is always wonderful.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Nikki and Martha and everybody here. Namaste. I'm so grateful.